into my next major point about interest rates. And interest rates are used to curb high inflation. So if we think about how these are all tying up to one another and how they flow from one to the other, we've got GDP boosting higher or declining CPI, which is then leading on to interest rate decisions made by central banks. Now, the central bank's major policy tool in being able to either increase that inflation or decrease that inflation and curb the high inflation, for example, that we're seeing at the moment, is by the tightening of monetary policy, or the loosening of monetary policy. The easing is the word they use, right? Quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. Now, these terms you may or may not have heard quite a few times spread around the markets, but you may have never have understood what they meant. Quantitative tightening is generally the increasing of interest rates, and the reason banks do this is to bring inflation back down, because too high inflation and you're probably going to be running into a few economic problems in that particular country. Whereas if inflation is dropping too low, generally we see the easing of that so that the inflation remains in the targeted measures, the targeted margins, which every central bank has for the particular country under discussion.